If that does not match his requirement, at least in my mind, I'll remember that last week I went to this caravan trip and he showed me one property which is matching like this. So can I talk to that person and then sell that property? So what I will do, I will go to that agent and I'll tell him, I have my client whose requirement is likely to match your property's requirement, right? So can we try to see this? So he will be the seller side, I'll be the buyer side. Seller side and buyer side, as far as the company is concerned, the brokerage comes to the company. So from both sides, they were getting money. That is, seller side, another agent who is working in the same company will get the income. And I will also get the brokerage in the company's name. So like that, this you have to attend, he said. So fine, no problem. I said I will attend this. This will be a good learning. I thought these two things are mandatory. Then third rule is that you have to identify property on your own. Wherever you want to work, you can work. Okay, you can work near the office. You can work near your house. Wherever you feel comfortable, you can work. He said. I said okay, fine. Then he said to get leads for this property and all that, you have to advertise yourself. You have to generate leads on your own. That means I have to spend money for generating leads. So I was thinking that anyway I am doing that, I will do that also. Then he said, when the deal gets closed, right, brokerage will come. Out of the brokerage, the entire brokerage money has to come to the company because you are representing this company and money will come to the company. Company will give you your part of the commission. So how much is that? It is 25% of the total brokerage money. What? Yeah. Company will take 75% and you will get 25%. So 25% of, let's say 1 lakh I get, 75,000 goes there, 25,000 will come to me, for which I have to identify property myself, I have to generate leads myself, I have to show myself at my cost, and I have to follow the rules and regulations of the company, like coming for Wednesday meeting, coming for the caravan every week and all those things, and give 75% to the company. Company will not pay me any advance money, nothing. No leads also will be given. So I had this doubt. Why you are asking me like this? Why I have to give 75% to you? What is the reason? I said, no, that's our company's policy. No, I said, I understand company's policy, but you must be having some reason, right, for charging this. So he said, we give you training. Your training, they're going to make you a very good real estate person. I said, what sort of training? Why do I require training? I asked. I said, okay, you've been a GM. Right? Tell me, do you try to do business of real estate? I said, yes. Did you succeed? No, I would have. I said, I would have. But 6 months you didn't. 6 months you did this business, right? Did you crack even one single deal? I said, no. Here, the moment you come here, right, that I went there on 4th or 5th or something like that particular month. So he said, this month itself, you will sell one property. You can. This month itself, you will do that. And every month, you will be able to sell at least minimum one, if not more. That is the power of this training, he said. But you have to work with the network of people. Then I understood. Okay, so if I have a property, my other agent in this company itself will find a client and then sell it. That's how it's going to be a thought. Not every property was sold like that. But I understood that there is some stuff in this company. That is why so many people are working here. So there were many people who were working here, and everybody said the same thing. Yeah, rule is same for everyone. Whoever breaks the rule are out of the company. There's no re-entry of that person again. Once you're gone, you're gone. That's all. You can't come back again to the company. So as long as you're in that company, you have to follow that guidelines, that rules. So I said, okay, I'll accept, and I will move forward to understand what is the rule of this company and all that. So then I joined the company, and in the next 18 months time, right, my personal earnings was about 22.5 lakhs, which means I have given the company 1 crore of privilege in 22 months, 18 months, like in 18 months, 1.5 years. Every month, 2 deals, 3 deals, like that. So with other network of agents, it used to happen. With my own generation of leads, it used to happen. And all these things happened. You know, what is the biggest learning that I had in this company? The biggest learning I had in this company was, how do you find properties? Properties are available in plenty, right? But how do you find properties for selling? So they made me realize that during the first 6 to 7 months time, the properties for me was a product. So if it gives me 3% brokerage, 2% brokerage, 5% brokerage, the seller says, I used to take it. Wow, I can get 5% of this. The property will be in a place where it cannot be sold at all. Example, right? Like if it is only one car can go in that road, and location is excellent, okay, but there is no two-way entry for the vehicles to move around, and there is a house for sale there. The price of that is 2.5 crores, and he gives me brokerage of 3% of that. So 2.5 crores, I used to calculate 3% means 7.5 lakhs. Oh wow, very good. I'll do this. And I used to spend money on that property and advertise also. Spend money on advertisement also. Leads also used to come. Property also I was showing. No sales were happening when I was doing it alone. So I did not know why, because property is being this thing, all that. When I came to this company, I realized why sales was not happening there. Because they made me realize that you have not looked at the property as a customer yourself. You have only looked at the property as a seller and making money out of that. So property is available for sale. So I considered that as a product. So when I sell that product, I will see a profit of about 7.5 lakhs only was running in my mind. Whether that product is worth enough to be purchased by the customer, I never thought about it. Which is what today most of the real estate agents are doing the mistake. That mistake still people are doing. Why do you think people are taking auction properties? It is not easy to sell, but they take auction properties. 10% they are giving brokerage like that. They will take. They don't even realize that it cannot be sold. Why do you think today people are taking litigation properties? They'll say they'll get 10%, 15% brokerage on that. They'll take. It's not easy to sell unless you become a gunda yourself. You have to throw people out. There'll be problems there in that property. You have to go fight with them and all that, and then make sure that you act like a Amitabh Bachchan in Trishul movie, like that you have to behave. Kicking the gundas out and all those things you should do. Do like that as a professional real estate person. We can't do that. We are all white collar people. We are all people, educated people. And we can only sell which is clean, neat, everything, right? So I found that was the mistake that I was doing. And when I came here, the message that they gave me was that you should only sell those properties which you get a feeling that if you had the money, you will buy it. When you get that kind of thinking, then take that property and sell. So you may get about 100 properties to sell. You cannot sell the entire city. You can only sell 5 or 10 properties, okay, as an individual. As a team, you can sell about 20, 30, 40, 50, how many other flats you want, you can do that. But as an individual, you can only do that much. You cannot sell the entire city. But why do you want to take properties which are not saleable? And unless you come to know whether it is a saleable property or not a saleable property, you realize then, only then you'll be able to be successful in this business. So I realized that there is no point in taking a property which is not saleable. Just because the brokerage is very high, I should not take it. Maybe to satisfy him, you take that as an inventory and keep it. And use these inventories for your advantage. What is the advantage? Now you have got another property which you felt it is very good, and you are now trying to sell that property. Okay. Now customer comes and tells you that I don't like this property. Show me some other properties. Then since I have so many inventories already, so I will tell him that I have this inventory, like this. I will tell him. And I will also tell him all the minus points of those properties. So this property meets your requirement, but there is one problem there. He will ask what's the problem. The road is very small. Only one car can come. So is it okay for you? How will it be okay, Mr. Sridhar? So that is why I want to give you honest feedback about every property that I have. So I'll give you both positive factors and also negative factors. You evaluate yourself and tell me whether you want to go ahead with this or not. Plus and minus. I'm not a person only to sell, right? So I want to facilitate your purchase. I want to enable you to take a decision to buy a property, and you should remember me forever because I got your property. With this thinking only, I will think and I will start working with that. So I want to give you the facts. So what happened in the bargain? Every customer, every lead used to say, no real estate agent speaks so frankly. Everybody wants to sell the property, that's all. They want to make money. Every agent. They will not say any negative points. Even the developers will not tell any negative points about their own property. They will only speak positive points about it. Negative points, when they discover later, it will pain them. For example, very next to the building, if there is a graveyard, right? People miss out to see that graveyard sometimes. And then what happens? You will buy. You will go book the property and all that. Later, after paying money, after some time, the buyer comes to know there's a graveyard there. Then he will go and ask the salesperson that there is a graveyard and you never told us. You know what will be the reply of the salespeople there? They'll say, sir, you crossed that graveyard and came here, sir. So we thought you are aware of it. So we didn't make it a point to tell you, but we thought you are aware of it. And making the buyer feel small, that he made a mistake. Okay. Whereas I was told, I was advised, I was trained to tell the truth to the buyers. So by telling the truth, you will win the credibility and image of yourself as a real estate person. Because real estate profession is such that people think in the real estate business, people are only gundas. agents are all gundas. Trend has to change. So if that trend has to change,